Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name is Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is the new Ubiquiti UISP console, Ubiquiti Internet Service Provider console. This, along with the UISP switch and the UISP router, are all of the things that you need if you like to get a WISP or wireless internet service provider running. You don't have to use the console. You could use the router and the switches together, but the console has a few extra features which we'll talk about in a moment. So I'm just going to go through what we've actually got in the box, and then maybe just talk a few bits of the features as well. All right, so how do we start? What are we going to start with? You are going to get your little welcome QR code. You're going to get your conformity guide. You are going to get some little feet if you decide that you want to mount that on the desk. You are going to get a packet of lugs and screws if you want to mount that on the wall. You are going to get a packet of rack mount screws and nuts for putting that into the rack. Now, you will have noticed it's not 19 inches wide or 600mm wide. It's not going to fit well. On the sides, and we'll look at the unit properly in a moment, you'll actually see these cutouts. If I flick this out so you can see, and just hold that up to the camera. All right, you'll actually it comes with a couple of rack wing options. So this one obviously is going to clip into place like this, put the one on the other side, and now we've got a full rack mountable appliance, of which you get 2 of those. Or you get 2 wall mount brackets. So those would fit in the same way. We probably make them the useful way around like that. So you can see that it fits in that way and like this. All right, and now you can see that that actually could be screwed maybe to the desk or to the wall, however you wanted that to fit. So you get 2 of those. You will get a mounting guide there where you obviously need to drill and level if you're going to mount that to the wall. And then let's have a look at the power pack. So you're going to get a cloverleaf input. And this is a European model, so you've got a European end, but hopefully for the region you are in, you have the correct power connector. You are then going to get a power pack. So obviously your cloverleaf is in on this side, probably a couple of meters of lead there, and your power in, which obviously then just plugs into your unit. So that is all of the parts together, and you're saying, Paul, I really just want to be able to see what the unit is. So what is the unit? What's the idea of this? This is the UISP console, as I said. This is a gateway device, so your router and the starting point of a switch. You could have done router and switch, like we looked at there, or you could do this one device to get you going. Now, this doesn't have any PoE out ports, so do note that, but it does have the UISP console based built into this, a bit like, if you like, the unified cloud key for the unified network side of things. So you can use this device to then control all of the other AirMax products you have connected to it. So let's have a look at the device up close and personal. So up here and the other place, so those 2 places where I have my fingers, those are your WAN ports. All right, so you have a 10 gig SFP plus and a 1 gig RJ45, sorry there. Then down here you have another 10 gig SFP plus for your LAN side, and then you have 8 1 gig Ethernet ports over on that side. They don't give out PoE power. It is a standard switch. You'll then note across the top we have these cutout slits, which you can see on the back here as well. This allows the unit to pull air over the top and out the back. There's no side cooling, there's nothing like that. So this allows the air to pull across and naturally cool. So that's the main things that you've got on the front. On the back, we have our power in. We have a power transport port on here, which I'm presuming is going to allow it to be linked up to other devices in due course. And we have our earthing over on that side. So that is the unit. That's the UISP console. Like I said, it's not got PoE ports. It's an 8-port switch with built-in 10 gig Ethernet uplinks and a 10 gig Ethernet LAN port, so it can do your routing as well. And it has UISP console built into it. So a great starting point if you're looking at doing wireless internet service provision. Hopefully you found that useful. Head on over to our YouTube channel. Plenty more box openings on wireless networking and firewalling devices, how to configure a unified network or unified protect, or set up point-to-point connections, or even how to protect your network with a firewall appliance. So head on over there, subscribe, and stay up to date.